Prepping with Rex, and I'm Rex. Let's talk about it. Today on the homestead, we're cutting a little bit of grass down the driveway. I like to keep my driveway nice and pretty looking. Plant flowers up and down it. Trying to find me a good spot for a couple fruit trees. But anyways, with everything going on, this avian bird flu, and you got this country mad and that country mad. Now this helicopter has been supposedly just fell out of the sky. Pow! But anyways, I hear everybody say, I'm not worried about it, God's got me. God's got me. Yeah, God's got you. God's got me too. God, I've lived by a thing all my life, even at my darkest times when I said I didn't believe in God, but I had to believe in God. If I believed in the devil, I had to believe in God. God will always make a way for you, but he's not going to do it for you. You know, you're going to have to get out there and do it. He's going to make that way, but you're going to have to do the back work and leg work. You think he's just going to give it to you for free? You know, when they say God, you know, his holiness is just, he's a nice person, this and that. He ain't just going to give it to you. He ain't going to do it for you for free. Everybody wants to pray to God when they're having a bad day. But when you're not having that bad day, you still praying, you still worshiping him. A lot of people don't understand. You know, I might be wrong. I might not understand. The Bible is a history book. It's a history book telling us what happened in their time and how it happened, and it's going to happen in our time. If you're not getting ready right now, if you can't see what's happening to not only our country, but what's happening in our world right now, God and the devil's fixing to go to war. And they're going to use us to fight this war. The 7 years of pure hell, you know, we're in heaven right now. Earth, look at this. Sun's shining, trees are blooming green. I got flowers everywhere. This is heaven. I'm breathing. But it's going to be hell on earth. You imagine what could come. The likes that we'd never see. They're wanting to test our meat that's sent to the store. But then that tells you one thing. That they're going to butcher up these animals that either have come in contact with this avian bird flu, or they're going to butcher these sick animals. And what does that tell you? You know, it don't take a rocket scientist to figure it out. That tells you that they just don't have enough animals just to kill them off. You know, before, you know, say you got a chicken farm of 100,000 chickens. 20,000 of them get sick. Well, they just kill the whole 100,000. Now, they're going to get rid of the ones that are deadly sick, and the ones that have come in contact or may be sick, they're going to butcher them. They're going to send them out, and they're going to put them in the stores. But you look into the meat that you buy from the store, most of the animals that we eat, that we buy from the store, they've been engineered. Their bodies have been engineered in some kind of way to grow bigger and faster to be able to feed us big-ass Americans. Well, they're coming out with lab-grown stuff that they can make. What's that telling you? You're paying attention, right? You're paying attention. It's telling you something's happening to the animals. Not only are people being sick, and people are sick all the time. I watch videos, you know, and I hear people talk, you know, they're getting sick and they're staying sick long periods of times. You know, they're going to family events. Next 3-4 days, they're laying up at home, shitting and puking all over themselves. Can't breathe. We're in some crazy times right now. Read a story about North Korea and Russia doing some trading, selling. And I don't know if it's true. I was always told, don't believe everything you hear on the internet. Well, if you can't believe everything you hear on the news, you've got to get it from somewhere. That they're selling viruses, which, you know, could be sicknesses and colds too, to Russia. Russia done been accused numerous of times. They were accused over a year ago. They were accused of using some kind of bio weapon or gas over there on the Ukrainians. Well, just here recently, they were accused again. Somebody popped up and said something about it. Why would another country be taking viruses and diseases and tweaking them to where you could put them in aerosol cans, spray cans, hell, put them in a fucking rocket? I mean, why would they do that? Okay, on top of that, why would another country be buying that off of them? Oh, we're in rough shape. And, you know, World War III, you know, it could happen. It could happen. It possibly can. You know, I'm not worried about World War III. I'm not worried about soldiers from another country messing with me. I'm worried that they're going to shut us down from the rest of the world. They're going to stop importing and exporting to us, China is, and you know, that would hurt us tremendously. Then, they're going to go down the list and they're going to say, hey, if you mess with America, we don't mess with you no more. You become our enemies. Then you think how many allies America has that are tricking us. They're using us for their resources. They're using us for our money. They're using us for our help. But when it pops off, especially with Russia and China, you know, how can you say, hey, I'm going to go with these little guys and I'm going to get my ass kicked, but I'm okay with it. Or, you know, I'm going to go with Big Protector over here. And they're going into these countries. Never before in this world have we had China and Russia step into these third world countries that we make third world countries, that the United States have kept, like China says, oppressed for so long. And they're saying, hey, get rid of America. Here's you some help. Here's you some money. We'll come in and show you how to mine this. We'll come in and show you how to do this. And plus, we'll run the Americans over. Like at Niger, I don't think it's Nigeria. Somebody done told me it wasn't Nigeria. It's Niger. U.S. troops were over there. That was a base for us. That was a key strong point for us to deploy military. And something about a million drone facility. They told us they didn't want us in there. Been telling us that, but you know, I'm sure they didn't let us in. We went in there anyways. You know, us having bases in other countries, that helps us. That helps us deploy. That helps us help our men. That helps us a lot. And for another country to come in and just say, hey, look, you got to go. You know, we're here, we're in force, we're putting up radar system, missile interceptors. You know, you got to go. You have no other choice but to lay down or get down right now. And I'm sure we laid down. There was no fuss. Back in the day, if that would have happened, we'd have showed up in force. Back in the day, if there would have been a Russian submarine off the coast of California, America would have done something about it. Our army would have been on top of that. Plus, there wouldn't be another country. There wasn't a country brave enough to pull some stuff like that. And how we won most of our wars is dominance. You know, we either had dominance in the sky, we had dominance on the ground, we had it in the water. We could see at nighttime, night vision. We'd go in and bomb a whole country, level it down. People knew not to fuck with us. Now, these countries have sit back and they've let us think that they're our buddies, and you know, we've traded with them. They've given us technology and we've given them technology. But they've been secretly building. They've been secretly training. Not just to keep their country safe. Their whole goal, their whole training has been around taking out the U.S. by any means necessary. You know, they done said they want to be number one superpower. They said it years ago. That would put Russia number two. They're not going to let us in there. Their goal is to get us the fuck out of the way. And they're going to. As long as we keep letting them do this, they're going to. Our only option now, I think, and I'm nobody, you know, I'm just weed eating some grass on Old Homestead that I find financially hard to keep up and mentally, but I'm doing it. You know why I'm doing it? Because I see bad times coming. And the only way to survive this next part of life is with God. And like I said, He will always provide a way. But you're going to have to do the back work. Well, I'm doing it. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I'm doing it. If you ain't getting ready, if you don't see what's coming, then you're clueless. How can you sit at home and look at your family, even if it's 3 years from now? How can you look at them, feel any kind of safety or anything? But anyways, back to what I was saying. Their number one goal for the last umpteen years is to take us out, to alienate us from the rest of the world, stop our supplies, and that's what we've done to every one of them. We went in and we went to war with these countries. We made it to where they couldn't get gas. If you can't put gas in your equipment, you can't use it. We made it to where they couldn't get ammo. If your soldiers ain't got no bullets, they can't fight no war. We cut off their food circulation.